Hola clase! Today we're going to be talking about word reference. I'm going to show you a little bit about it and really just give you all the ins and outs of this really awesome tool that we use. So first thing we need to do is we need to go to the website. It is www.wordreference.com. It is all one word. You can see that it shows up for me at the top. First thing that I would suggest you do when you get here is to set it as one of your bookmarks because you are going to be going to WordReference a lot throughout your Spanish usage. So to do that, you go up to the corner here to the three dots, click on that, go to bookmarks, select bookmark this page, and you see all my bookmarks at the top. I have WordReference bookmarked, so I highly suggest that you do the same. Okay, then when you get here, you come to this page. You can see you're at wordreference.com. That's where you want to be. Next thing that you're going to see is the search bar. Okay, in the search bar, you can search for just about anything that you could possibly want to search for. In addition, if you pull down the pull down bar, you can see here that WordReference uses tons of different languages. We are obviously only looking at Spanish to English, but if you for fun want to explore those other ones, you are welcome to do so. Okay, to switch between languages, you can come here, pull down the menu and choose whichever one you're looking for, or you can click these two arrows and it will flip back and forth between Spanish and English. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look up a word in English, and we are going to look up the word game. Okay, when you pull that down, you can see in your menu here, you have lots of words with EN. EN stands for English. Then down below that, we have ES. ES stands for Español or Spanish. Okay, we want this first one here, English game. Now, when we come to this page, you're going to see ads. It's a free website, so there are ads all over the place. Please just ignore them. Once you come up here to the top, you can see we have our word in English. And if you, for fun, want to listen to pronunciation, or maybe you don't know how to pronounce the word in English, you can listen to it.
Game.
You can also change
Game.
your accent that you're hearing it in, just for fun. Okay, so that is the first thing that you can do. Then, excuse me, when you start scrolling down, here's where you'll start seeing your definitions. Okay, the first and one of the most important rules of word reference is do not just choose the first word that you see. Okay, most of the time that's not going to be the word that you're looking for. So what you need to do is you need to come over here to where you see these words that are in parentheses. These are giving you your definition of that word in English. Because if we think about it, we use the word game for lots of different things in English, and in Spanish, they have different words for those things. So this one here, juego, stands for organized play. Divaneo is a fun activity. A partido is a sport match. So like a basketball game would be a partido. Okay, versus tennis specifically is a juego, or if we're specifically saying a sport, okay, deporte, and it just continues to go down from there. Okay, I will tell you that starting at the very top, your principal translations are going to be your most common translations that you're using. That's why they're at the top. Then as you go down, you're going to get additional translations, and these are starting to get either more specific or they're actually more broad to give you additional ways of looking at that same word. And then if you keep going, you'll get the compound forms. Now the compound forms mean that it's not just the word game, it's going to add other things to the game, like a fool's game or a whole new ball game or ahead of the game, an arcade game. Okay, these are more specific and they're longer. They're adding to the word. And if you keep growing down, you will continue to see more and more definitions using the word game. I bet you never thought about all the different ways that we use the word game, but it's a very useful word. But in Spanish, they have lots of different words for that same word in English. So you keep going all the way down to the bottom. And this one happens to be very long. Not all of the words have this many options, but as I said, game, like here we have a game show, programa de juegos, okay, game theory, game warden, head game, hockey game, okay, so lots and lots and lots of different definitions. I'm going to quickly scroll down to the bottom. Once you get down to the bottom, you will see some words that are similar in Spanish and also in English, and you may want to find one of these next, but those are just there to help you. And then lastly, what you'll see at the bottom is you will see the forum. Now, I want the forum to be your very last resort. Try to first find the definition up in the actual definitions that they have provided. But if you can't, then you come down to the forum. What this is this are people that are asking for help because they don't know which definition to choose, or maybe the definition that they're looking for is super specific and it's not actually on the list. So here we have someone searching for a losing game. And what somebody does is they come up here and they say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. My life is a losing game. And then native speakers will take a look at that and they will try to give them a correct answer. Now, why is this the last resort for you? Well, because this is coming from real life people, which oftentimes can be a good thing, but sometimes not quite as much depending upon the situation. In addition, a lot of what you will see here is actually written in Spanish and not very much of it is in English. So forum is a great thing if you need it, but please only use it when it's absolutely necessary. Okay, so that's kind of your basics of what you'll see when you get to the page. We're going to scroll back up to the top, and we're going to talk about a couple of other things you see here. Okay, parts of speech are extremely important when you are looking up a word. As you can see here, we have game, and then we have an N behind it. That N stands for noun. Okay, so in English, you will always see, here we have game used as an adjective, ADJ. Here we have it as an adjective and a preposition. PREP stands for prep. Okay, and we'll continue to go down from there. Whenever you see N with PL behind it, that means that it's plural. Okay, if it doesn't have PL, it means it's singular. Other ones that you will see, and now we're going to switch over to Spanish, is behind each Spanish word, if it's a noun, you will also see an M or you will see an F. M stands for masculine. In Spanish, we have nouns that are masculine and feminine. That's one of the quirky parts of the language. But it's very important to know what type of noun it is because that will change the article that you need with it. It will also help you when you're making it plural. Suego happens to be a masculine noun versus if we come down here again to presa, it is a feminine noun. Okay, and then if we look at the next one, a game willing happens to be a verb, and that's a plural noun again. Okay, and if you keep going down, you can see all this. A táctica is a feminine noun. Okay, here, deportes is noun masculine plural. It's very important when you are searching for a word that you know the part of speech that you're looking for. Are you looking for a noun? Are you looking for an adjective? Are you looking for an adverb? Are you looking for a preposition? Okay, so you're going to want to make sure you know that in English. If you don't remember those terms, you're probably going to want to do a quick Google search and refresh yourself on what's a noun versus an adjective versus an adverb versus a preposition. Okay, so that's kind of the basics of your page here when you are searching from Spanish to English. Now I want us to switch and we're going to search from Spanish to English. And we're going to search for the word juego since we're going with game. Okay, so on here, the biggest thing you're going to see at the top is all the different ways that it's used. Then you are going to see the word in Spanish with its English definition behind it. And you can see again here, the word juego has lots of different English definitions and the parts of speech. The last thing I really want to show you on this page is that you can listen to these words. So oftentimes when you're speaking sentences, you're like, I don't know how to pronounce that word. So you can listen to it pronounced on WordReference.
Juego, juego.
You can also change the dialect.
Juego, juego.
And lastly, you can change the speed.
Juego.
If you really want to hear how they sound.
Juego.
Okay, so those are the different things that you can see on this page. Again, you'll see the basic definitions, your principal translations, and then they continue and you'll get additional translations as well. So all the different things that you see, it's pretty similar from one page to the other. The very last thing that I want to go over with you guys, and this time on this video is running short, but there are words that when you search them, like idea, which is the same in Spanish and in English. So we have idea in Spanish and idea in English. So please make sure when you're searching, you are choosing the correct language back and forth so that you make sure you're getting the correct answer. And that's the end of this video.